Hello and welcome to the news at 9. I am Fatima Sadiki for the news headlines. Defense Minister charges newly promoted military officers to end insecurity. NAFDAC apps on transparency, corrupt-free operations. Emefiele sues Investigator, denies opening 593 foreign accounts. Fed.Poly Offa selected as only Polytechnic for Nigeria's Czech Republic Joint Research and Development Project Fund. NIMC issues new guidelines for date of birth modification. NDLEA seizes 2.05 tons of hard drugs, arrests 223 suspects in Cross River. Katsina government introduces new interstate tax, haulage fee. Diphtheria kills 554 in 20 states. Paucity of funds towards NBBF's preparations for Paris 2024 Olympic qualifiers. Now, the news in details. The Minister of State for Defense, Bello Mutawalli, has called on the recently promoted military officers to intensify their efforts in combating insecurity in the country. He told the newly promoted generals that Nigerians are looking up to them to end the insecurity that has plagued certain regions. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has said that its mandate of safeguarding the health of the nation cannot be accomplished without a corruption-free regulatory framework. The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, said that without transparency, activities of the agency would be compromised. This, she said, put the health of the populace at risk. A former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, has described the reports of the special investigator appointed by President Bola Tinubu, which indicted him as satanic, baseless, defamatory, and false. Emefiele, in a statement, said he had instructed his lawyers to immediately commence legal process to clear his name from the defamatory statement contained in the reports. Following the Nigerian bilateral agreement with the Czech Republic to finance and support research, development and innovation projects in agriculture, mining, and general manufacturing, the Federal Polytechnic Offa has been selected as one of the beneficiaries of the Nigerian Czech Republic Joint Research and Development Fund. The agreement, signed at the Technology Orientation Center, Naseni Headquarters, Abuja, marks the beginning of the Delta II program, involving the allocation of funding to choosing projects and the formalization of implementation agreements. The Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Naseni, Khalil Sulaiman, said the Delta II program was another manifestation of Naseni's commitment to fulfilling its mandate of transforming Nigeria's technology and innovation landscape through sustained focus on the 3 C's principles of collaboration, creation, and commercialization. He therefore congratulated the selected beneficiaries of the project and urged them not to take the massive opportunity for granted, as the funds will be deployed with a sense of service and responsibility. The selection process featured 285 proposals submitted from different tertiary institutions and organizations, out of which 55 proposals were shortlisted for second stage, while 25 were selected for final stage. The Federal Polytechnic Offa is the only polytechnic selected among the 11 partner organizations and institutions recommended for funding in Nigeria. In his reaction to the achievement, the rector, Engineer Dr. Kader Kamaru, commended the federal government initiative on technological advancement to create a ripple effect in the area of agriculture, mining, and general manufacturing. He noted that the investment of the federal government in research development and innovation through National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure will further transform Nigeria's technology and innovation landscape, while noting that the grant is another remarkable feat for the institution. As the fastest growing polytechnic in Nigeria, he assured the agency of judicious utilization of the fund for the intended project. The National Identity Management Commission has issued new guidelines for the modification of the date of birth, noting such modification can only be done once in a lifetime. The new guidelines stated that the applicant will now require an electronic civil registration and vital statistics system certificate from the National Population Commission. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Command in Cross River has said a total of 2.05 tons of hard drugs were seized from drug peddlers between January and December in the state. The state commander, Rachel, also disclosed that 223 suspects were also arrested in connection with the seizure made in the year under review. The Katsina state government has officially issued a new order tied to the interstate road tax sticker and single haulage fee. Govt Humaru underscores the significance of the adjustment, aiming to sustain effective interstate haulage operations within Katsina State. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention said diphtheria has killed 554 persons across 148 local government areas in 20 states. The center said the country had recorded 12,086 confirmed cases of diphtheria. The last on the news is sports. The Nigeria Basketball Federation has said that its preparations for the forthcoming Paris 2024 Olympic Games qualifiers is being stalled by delay in getting the necessary funds from the Ministry of Sports. A member of the NBBF Media Committee, Maxwell Kumoyi, said the Ministry of Sports, which is in charge of all the Olympic Games qualifiers, will decide when the Tigers will start camping for the championship as well as training program. We have come to the end of the news. Here's a recap of the story. The Defense Minister charges newly promoted military officers to end insecurity. NAFDAC acts on transparency, corrupt-free operations. Emefiele sues investigators. Emefiele sues investigator, denies opening 593 foreign accounts. Fed.Poly Offa selected as only Polytechnic for Nigeria's CZEC, the Public Joint Research and Development Project Fund. NIMC issues new guidelines for date of birth modification. NDLEA seizes 2.05 tons of hard drugs, arrests 223 suspects in Cross River. Katsina government introduces new interstate tax haulage fee. Diphtheria kills 554 in 20 states. Paucity of funds towards NBBF's preparation for Paris 2024 Olympics qualifiers. Thank you for watching Justeventonline News at 9. Remember, don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com, and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with the tap at Justeventonline. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I am Fatima Siddiqui. You have a good night.